On The Voice Kids UK, Lucy Thomas's stunning vocals left viewers wondering what else this young singer was capable of. Her career skyrocketed after she dominated the stage. She won fans all over the globe with her popular albums and heartfelt cover songs that went viral. However, an unusual event ensued. How serious was Lucy's situation? What has she been up to since those shocking accusations? Until you learn the truth, remain with us. Something absolutely mind-blowing has been discovered. Beyond music, The Voice Kids UK is more than meets the eye. Many aspiring young singers go there, stand before a large crowd, and sing their hearts out. Many individuals are experiencing their initial opportunity to demonstrate their abilities. The judges are unable to see them while they sing. People listen first. If the judge is satisfied with the testimony, they can turn their chair by pressing a button. The outcome of the contest may hinge on this moment. Every child who takes the stage has a unique tale to share. While some people's musical sensibilities have always been acute, others are only recently developing them. There are some who are fearless and others who are confident. Once the music starts, everything else fades into the background. Undercover tryouts are both thrilling and nerve-wracking. Families patiently await the opening of a chair behind the scenes. If it does, the entire room erupts in jubilation. Those who doubt its likelihood express their emotions by expressing their admiration. The show teaches kids that falling down isn't the end of the world, it's just a part of the journey. Singing isn't enough to win The Voice Kids UK, feeling the music is essential. Some performances are so entertaining and energetic that audience members can't help but get up and dance. The judges cry during some of them because they are so intense. Every one of the contestants and every song has a story to tell. The show has happy and sad moments. A young artist feels immense joy whenever their performance yields a positive response. When contestants put their best effort but are still not chosen, it can be disheartening. Still, after that, every child is more resilient because they are proud of themselves for having the courage to cross that threshold. Those well-known individuals aren't merely listening, you can rely on them to orient you. Danny Jones, Pixie Lott, Will, and Jessie J are just a few of the famous singers who have helped improve the careers of young singers by providing them with guidance and instruction. Once the teams are formed, the games become more challenging. The fight rounds feature people singing at each other. Despite the difficulty, the judges encourage them to maintain focus. The top contestants advance to the finals where they compete for the grand prize. Beyond simply encouraging their students to win, the instructors do a lot more. Additionally, they aid in their development by providing advice that will remain useful long after the show has ended. Find the next big singer isn't the show's only goal. Instilling self-belief in children is the primary objective. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. What matters is that you learn to be courageous, strong, and expressive. Various individuals depart with distinct thoughts. The young singer whose journey began on The Voice Kids UK continued long after the show ended is the subject of this story. That was only the beginning of a fantastic thing. The Wigan girl Lashinger entered the 2018 season of The Voice Kids UK hoping against hope that her ambitions would be granted. At the tender age of 13, Lucy Thomas already possessed a powerful voice capable of filling an entire room. Unbeknownst to her at the moment, this deed would have a lasting impact on her life. Moon River is a well-known song that showcased her incredible talent, and when she sang it on stage, she was the center of attention. From the very beginning, Lucy's voice glided gracefully and beautifully over the music, as if it were a living being. Her powerful and unadulterated voice captivated everyone in the room. It sounded like every word had profound significance for Lucy. Her singing was incredibly moving. Because her performance was so moving, some audience members shed tears. Not long after that, she received a signal from one of the coaches that they wanted her to join their squad. One of the rare moments during a singing competition when you could not help but listen was when she sang Moon River. Not only did she possess a wealth of technical expertise, but there were other factors as well. It was related to the emotional impact she had on others. It gave the impression that you were witnessing something extraordinary. Her singing was exceptional, but it wasn't her sole distinguishing feature. It was just her presence. Lucy was immediately endearing due to her quiet confidence. In no time at all, the enchanted judges were shifting their seats to claim her for their own side. A lot of people, not only the judges, were impressed by Lucy's performance. It was so popular that it captured the nation's heart. As soon as she sang the opening notes, the magic began to enchant those at home. They could tell the girl was gifted and had a lot of brains. Lucy was going to make it big, unlike the other contestants. Lucy's remarkable blind audition was only the beginning of her journey on The Voice Kids UK. Pixie Lott, one of Lucy's teachers, picked her because her remarkable singing voice left an impression on her. It was obvious that Pixie had a special place in her heart for Lucy. In the race, she could have done very well. They were capable of winning without a doubt, but they would face formidable challenges. Lucy competed in the fight rounds for a few weeks, pitting her intelligence against that of other bright individuals. The going got tough. She had to belt out her tune once more, but this time she was accompanied by other gifted children, and Pixie was there to lend a hand. Competing with other intelligent and talented students was a major source of stress for me. Nevertheless, Lucy handled the situation with composure and resolve, which won over her teacher and the onlookers. She was always very professional, very mature, and clearly loved music in every performance. Among Lucy's favorite aspects of the vacation was seeing the live performances. As the field of competitors shrank, the stakes rose. Even though Lucy's stress levels were rising, she persisted. She continued to radiate, though. The audience was enthralled each time she made an appearance. Her singing and charisma made her an irresistible performer. Every performance was special because she wasn't merely singing, she was also telling a tale. With every note, Lucy's self-assurance grew. Her growth as an artist and an individual was palpable. The nervous girl who had her first performance anxiety evaporated as she confidently took the stage, ready to take on any challenge the competition had in store. As Lucy neared the semifinals, the tension mounted. With every performance, she solidified her position as one of the top contenders among the many. Lucy had a season-defining performance in the playoffs. Her ability to bring her whole being to a challenging song stunned listeners. The playoffs held great significance. The survivors of the competition needed to step it up a notch and give it their all. Lucy was equally forthright. Her voice was now louder, stronger, and more confident than it had been before the fight. Lucy went from being a mere candidate to a formidable figure, as became increasingly apparent with each note. Although Lucy was not the contest winner, she had already won the hearts of many. She may not have won the prize, but she certainly won the admiration and adoration of all who heard her sing on The Voice Kids UK, and many predicted her meteoric rise to fame after watching her on the show. Even after she sang Moon River in an unforgettable fashion and left the stage, her journey was far from over. Lucy Thomas established her stardom following her appearance on The Voice Kids UK. The doors to even greater things were opened for her by that show. Stages. Many were curious about Lucy Thomas and her story after she achieved success. Lucy came into this world on February 21, 2004, into a loving family that encouraged her creativity and self-expression. At an early age, her parents sensed that she had a passion for music. They weren't professional players, but they saw her potential and gave her plenty of opportunities to showcase it. Their house was filled with music at all times. Whether she sang it herself or had it playing in the background, Lucy became accustomed to hearing it daily. She should sing at school and family functions, her parents advised. They also detected that her singing was more than a passing interest from her younger years. A lot of people in her life encouraged her to sing professionally. She worked hard at singing, listened to music of all genres, and eventually became a better singer. She made her stage debut in a school production. Whether she was performing at a school function or a talent show, Lucy's voice captivated the audience. Her abilities were immediately apparent to her friends and teachers. Beyond being a vocalist in the classroom, she was more. She possessed extraordinary artistic talent and was capable of doing the impossible. At 13 years old, Lucy had gained confidence to pursue a more ambitious objective. When Lucy learned that anyone could audition for The Voice Kids UK, she jumped at the chance. Martha Thomas, Lucy's younger sister, is a pivotal figure on her journey. As musicians and members of the same family, the two sisters couldn't be more close. Lucy and Martha, who is also an accomplished singer, have performed duets on multiple occasions. Their harmonious duets demonstrate how well they get along with one another. They covered popular songs and posted their renditions online. By virtue of Lucy's participation on The Voice Kids UK, their collaborative efforts gained greater visibility. The fans were immediately smitten with their duets, and Lucy's music career was further enriched by Martha's personal investment. Lucy Thomas continued her impressive career in professional music after winning The Voice Kids UK. She went above and beyond the call of duty. Cavendish Records, which publishes music by classical crossover and contemporary artists, was captivated by Lucy's profound voice and profound emotions. At the tender age of 15, she inked a contract with the label in 2019. Her career as a professional singer officially began at this point. This period was crucial. Once Lucy stopped trying to win votes, she was free to compose music any way she liked. That was also the year that Lucy's debut album, Premiere, was released. The album showcased her distinctive style with its reimagining of timeless classics sung in a clear and expressive manner. Reflection from Mulan and Somewhere from West Side Story were two songs that demonstrated her ability to blend traditional skill with profound emotion. Her major debut as a musician was marked by this album, which was more than simply a record. Lucy proved that her singing skills extended beyond competitions with the release of Premiere. Something greater was intended for it. Word got out that she was a new star, after fans old and new adored the album. Following the success of Premiere, Lucy eagerly anticipated returning to the studio. Encore, the name of her second album that she released in 2020, aptly reflected her growing self-assurance and determination. This album featured even more famous songs such as Hallelujah and Memory from Cats. In 2021, Lucy's third studio album, Timeless, was released, further solidifying her status as a prominent singer. Lyrics like The Way We Were and I Will Always Love You are eerily lovely, and her singing on this album is at a whole new level. By 2022, Lucy had progressed beyond simply covering older songs. She had created her own unique sound. Destiny, her fourth studio album, featured both her most popular songs and darker, more introspective compositions. Both she and her fan base experienced an uplift in self-esteem with the release of each album. With the rise of video sharing websites like YouTube, her music was reaching an audience of millions. She became famous all over the globe after her renditions of popular songs such as You Raise Me Up and Unchained Melody went viral. In 2023, Lucy released her fifth studio album, Beyond. The journey that Lucy went on was aptly named for the album. It was a long way from her days on The Voice Kids UK. This album featured some of her most daring performances to that point, such as The Prayer and Over the Rainbow. When Lucy Thomas first began making music, a single track went viral, attracting fans from all over the globe. Her voice belonged in a more significant context. Hallelujah has been covered countless times, but Lucy's rendition stood out. Her voice possessed an uncommon blend of precision, command, and profound emotion right from the start. Her storytelling style shrouded the song in lyrical beauty, transporting listeners to a realm of contemplation and wonder. The song took on a fresh, intimate quality thanks to her gentle yet powerful voice. Unlike many singers, Lucy put an emphasis on how emotionally invested she was in her performance. The show felt simultaneously intimate and expansive because she allowed the words to flow naturally. A cover was not all it was. The journey was exciting, the response was immediate and substantial. Within months of its upload to YouTube, the film had amassed millions of views, a testament to its meteoric rise to fame. The incredible number of views keeps climbing, and it has already surpassed 35 million. Many of her adoring fans expressed their gratitude in the comments, gushing about how her voice had comforted them or brought them to tears in times of difficulty. The fact that it was seen by more people than simply her admirers elevated this occasion to a whole new level. Although she was already well known to many thanks to her work on The Voice Kids UK and her albums, this show introduced her to millions of new fans. Lucy Thomas was suddenly more than just a promising young singer. Her fame extended to every corner of the globe. The success of this cover did more than boost Lucy's fame. It proved that her music had universal appeal. Her voice resonated with people of all backgrounds and languages. Her show was able to reach people all over the globe who would never have heard of her without digital venues. An increase in her social media engagement was another benefit of the moment's fame. Her YouTube account gained more subscribers who eagerly followed her adventures and anticipated the release of her new videos. Her subsequent albums benefited from this meteoric climb to stardom, further solidifying her position as a prominent recording artist. As the world and Lucy reveled in Lucy's phenomenal success, a shocking and abrupt event changed everything. Just as Lucy's career was taking off, the news broke that she had been in a fatal accident and suffered serious injuries. A panic ensued among her devotees as word of the news spread like wildfire. It all started with a video on YouTube, and the claim went viral. Based on the footage, Lucy appeared to have been in a serious accident. However, the video only provided broad strokes regarding her injuries and the severity of the situation rather than specific details. Due to the lack of concrete evidence, fans were already skeptical of the story. People began to panic as the video gained traction online and sought out reassurance from reputable sources. Too bad they didn't turn up. After the video became a viral sensation, many were ready to assume the worst. No one could say for sure what was true because there was no official statement. Anyone who liked Lucy felt the impact of what happened profoundly and swiftly. Her social media accounts were inundated with worried comments from people who were struggling to process the news. Some fans didn't take it seriously and hoped it was all an elaborate hoax. Some saw it as yet another con, while others felt helpless at the prospect of their beloved artist suffering an injury. To express their shock and concern, many fans took to social media. Another fan wrote, "I just saw her last video yesterday and now this. Please tell me this isn't true. She's too young and too talented." After someone verified the truth, some fans expressed their shock and dismay. Some were afraid and cautioned others, writing things like, "No official sources are reporting this. I think this might be fake news, but I really hope she's okay," or something along those lines. The band's most devoted followers immediately began scouring the web for any clues as to what was happening. There was still no official announcement as the hours passed. No one she could trust, not even her family or bosses, had spoken. Her legion of devoted followers eventually got it. The story was all it was. Many people began to piece together the story and discovered it was all a hoax since there was no concrete evidence to support the accident claims. Even though Lucy took a little while to react to the report, everyone was soon calmed down by her persistent social media activity, where she posted updates and new music. After their initial fear subsided, Lucy's admirers were relieved to see that she was unharmed and continuing with her regular schedule. Nevertheless, there was an angry undertone to the contentment. A lot of people were upset that word got out about this crucial claim before it was verified. As things stand, Lucy is still performing and creating art. Her devoted following is going crazy over rumors that she is penning new music. Because of her track record of delivering moving, impactful performances, audiences are eagerly anticipating her future endeavors. Lucy Thomas continues to establish herself as an artist to be reckoned with through her new music, live performances, and collaborations. Even though Lucy is having success at work, she is realistic about the value of her family and leisure time. She has a reputation for keeping to herself, but she frequently opens up to her fans about her life outside of music, which demonstrates her deep affection for her loved ones. She has managed to keep her footing in the artist's fast-paced world by being near her loved ones. Lucy has also spent the last several years concentrating on her education and developing herself. Despite the demands of her job, she has managed to balance her personal life with her love of music, always putting herself first. Lucy still has a long way to go, but she has a solid support system and friends who will never leave her side. For the foreseeable future, she will maintain her prominence in the industry by continuing to create music that resonates with listeners. All this talk about Lucy Thomas's accident, what are your thoughts on it? Is it easy for false information about well-known people to spread, in your opinion? Feel free to share your opinions down below.